Welcome. This is James Durr, your host for the San Antonio Entertainment Show, heard every Saturday at 5 p.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. I have a very special guest today. Is Maggie Thompson. She's Executive Director with the San Antonio Riverwalk Association.
Great, you got it.
There you go. I'm an Aggie, class of 1983, so there may be some mess-ups during this interview, but just consider the source.
Okay, well, I'm a Longhorn. But we're friends.
Where is it? Oh, okay. Well, actually, I've come from a mixed house. My daughter's a Longhorn. My son's an Aggie. And fortunately, we only just have two kids. That we don't have any TCU Horned Frogs or anything. So we're good.
You're good. Yeah.
So we're good. So thank you so much. This is a incredible opportunity to have you on the show, the San Antonio Entertainment Show, at such a busy time of year. I know you had to rearrange your schedule to get here to make this happen because everything's going on. And we're going to talk a little bit this segment about the history of the San Antonio Riverwalk Association. We're going to talk about the purpose of it. We're going to talk about how you can join, how you can be supported, and how you can be a friends of the Riverwalk. We're various big supporters. My family's friends of the Big Bend, which is now the Big Bend Conservancy.
Yeah.
So I know about friends groups, and they're so vitally important to keeping things vital and keeping things, maintaining San Antonio and keeping the reputation of the Riverwalk, number one. And that's such good work. So I'm talking too much. Tell me about the Riverwalk Association.
Well, sure. Well, I'm glad you're going to be our friend, too, not just Big Ben's.
Yeah, definitely.
Get a little bit in there. Well, I'll tell you about the Riverwalk. The history, gosh, it's got a great history. It was envisioned by an architect named Robert Hugman back in the 20s when it flooded, and they wanted to pave it over because downtown it killed about 21 people. And he envisioned a beautiful Riverwalk with stores and hotels and restaurants. And they marched on City Hall and kept it from being cemented in and made it happen.
Wow. So what would it have done if they cemented it in? Would it just was there another tributary would it go around?
Yeah, it would have just gone a different path down south,
So
just the kind of the horseshoe part,
That is amazing. So,
it is.
So the city of San Antonio, where it is today, the seventh largest city in the United States, is because of the Riverwalk.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the military.
In the military.
But,
and tourism, but just Riverwalk brings
but it is. It's such a vital part, and it brings such awareness to South Texas and San Antonio as a Riverwalk. So 1920?
Well, that's when he envisioned it. So it didn't get going until it ended up being finished in 1941 after Depression money, Works Progress money. They built it for about $450,000.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? And I think in today's dollars, it's about $3 or $4 million.
Yeah. Was that the CCC?
Or WPA.
Corp?
Well, WPA.
WPA, okay.
Roosevelt.
So can you see some of that original?
It's all there, yes. The stairwells, the stonework.
It's all the same.
That's all from WPA money, $450,000.
Wow.
Amazing.
And now it would be $450 million.
Yeah, it would be, that would plant one flower bed. No, it would be, but anyway, it's just amazing. Right. And then in the 60s when we had Hemisphere and they built the tower, there were only 8 businesses down there. 8, not very many.
8.
And that's what brought economic impact. The city invested quite a bit of money in putting hotels and more restaurants. And from then it grew. And that was 1968. That was 50 years ago. And that's when our association started, was in 1969. So we've been here 50 years.
50 years.
To bring people down to the Riverwalk. And so about 14 million people come to the river, visited every year, and we are the #1 tourist attraction in the state.
There you go.
When you talked about financial impact to the city, it brings in about $3.5 billion of impact to the city.
Okay, wait, $1 billion or $1 million?
Billion with a B.
Billion with a B.
Yeah, and that's from a study a few years ago, so it's probably more than that now.
There you go. So tell us about, the Riverwalk, but we're going to talk about in the next segment, we're going to talk about events. And I notice you have events at in Bernie and all over the place.
Right.
So people can join the Riverwalk Association. Businesses. You start out with 5 businesses on the Riverwalk.
And then
now how many do you have now?
We're an association, a membership-based association, and most of our members are people that operate or businesses that operate down on the Riverwalk, hotels, restaurants, stores. But because we're such a big tourist attraction, we promote events and businesses all over that are close by. We talked about Bernie or Cascade Caverns, all over the place, SeaWorld, Six Flags. They're all members of our association.
Because the key to a vibrant tourism environment is having where a tourist can spend multiple days.
Yes.
So somebody may spend a couple days on the Riverwalk, and then they go to SeaWorld for a day. They go to Bernie for a day. They go maybe even to the Hill Country.
Absolutely.
So it's important to have several things that can lengthen that stay. So they come in for conventions and they stay a day or two before, a day or two after, and they go to SeaWorld. They go all over.
They go to all those places, and we're such a big convention center or city now. Also, for the reason exactly as you described it. So you'd be the perfect guest.
Well, I
in
know
our city.
I'm born and bred in
staycations.
Yeah, I've only been in San Antonio for 7 years, and so I'm still learning this. So that's why I love the entertainment show. Is I get to learn so much about San Antonio. But Corpus Christi is similar, But Corpus Christi doesn't have the breadth of what San Antonio has.
Right.
They have a lot of outdoor, sporting.
In the ocean.
You like to fish, you like to surf, you like to hunt. Corpus is a great place. But not everybody wants to do that on their vacations with the family. And, we had somebody on the other day about kayaking on the river. So there are so many different
Now
things
you can do that. You can't do
Mission trails.
Yeah, Mission down at Mission Reach.
Yeah.
You can kayak there now, and it's fun.
So that's the amazing thing about the San Antonio Riverwalk. You have the Mission Reach. You have the what do you call the main Riverwalk?
We're the main part. We call it the horseshoe because it looks like a horseshoe, and then we have Museum Reach that goes up to the Pearl and past the San Antonio Museum of Art.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful place to walk. You can ride your bike down on the Mission Reach. So Bike Share, they do that. They have a lot of kiosks that you can do that. And the Pearl also has some kiosks, but at that part you cannot ride your bike. But it's a beautiful place to walk.
Right. I'm spoiled. I live right by the Pearl, so I get to walk and run on the Riverwalk all the time. And how many lights are we going to have or how many lights are there right now?
Right now? Well, we always turn them on. Big ceremony. It was very cool this year. The day after Thanksgiving, we have our big parade. We had our 39th one this year, Ford Holiday River Parade. And Billy F. Gibbons, we have to put the F in there, with the lead singer for ZZ Top. He was our Grand Marshal.
Right.
So he lit the Riverwalk with Alexa. He told Alexa to turn on the lights. We were very high tech this year on the Riverwalk. Yeah, so yeah.
And everything worked.
They all turned on, and they're all on. There are around 200,000 lights.
Wow.
Yeah. Up on the Riverwalk. I'm going to correct that. There are about 100,000 lights.
Well, you say 100,000.
Sorry, yeah, there are about 100,000 lights.
I think you're undercounting.
Yeah,
I saw that
I think
statistic.
it's 1,000. It's 122,000 is really what it is.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, when you go there on the Riverwalk, it seems like millions of lights.
Yeah, it's very twinkling.
I saw that figure on your website the other day, 100,000 lights, and I've been saying earlier on earlier programs is 1 million lights. And that's what it looks like.
It looks like it looks good. Yeah.
So maybe.
I love how we do it, though, that we pay somebody there are about 200 trees, and there's a bin for each tree. And a man and his wife, they go through each bin and test all the lights, make sure it's correct. And they label which tree it goes to, and the city hangs them. And it's just a labor of love. Yeah.
And if you'd like to see it, you can go to the Riverwalk Association.com.
Or the San Antonio Riverwalk.com.
And you can actually see some gorgeous pictures of the
really
Riverwalk
beautiful.
and lit up. But
come down and ride the boats now and go on a nighttime cruise.
And we're going to talk about that. We got about 10 seconds left.
Okay.
Go to
the San Antonio Riverwalk.com.
And then we'll talk to you right after the break.